Right, I'm live. Um, I'm gonna wait for. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes for people to get in. This is the first time that I'm using something like StreamYard, so I don't know if anything is gonna go wrong. Oh, we're already 3 people. Okay, is the connection working so far? Is it working? Because God, the last time I tried to do this yesterday, it was a complete train wreck. It was an absolute mess. Um, Please let me know if there are any connection problems throughout. Um, oh, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Again, I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes for more people to come in. So, to the people who are in, hi. Um, is everything working so far? Is everything good? Hello, Kat. Yes. Nice. Um, Gosh, this part of my face. I mean, mind. I want to do a lot of work done in the future because I have like. I don't want to say I have. Well, I have said it before. I have real bad dysmorphia, and this is probably not helping. So I'm probably gonna try and use a higher angle. I might use some of my pillows. Um, so how's everyone's day going so far? Is this? I think this will do a little better. I'm using my pillow to give it a little more height. So yeah, I thought I'd discuss the aftermath of what happened after I posted my videos in regards to the whole Eugenia Stalker thing. Oh wow, my glasses. I don't know if I should wear my glasses or not. Oh god. Um, it's been okay. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been. It was nowhere near as bad as yesterday because my God, that was just a disaster. um, but anyways, so I wanted to talk about what happened after I posted my videos, um, because a lot of interesting shit has happened. it's um, well, for one, I got accused. I got falsely accused of doxing. That has to be one of the most hilarious things. First of all, where the hell did I dox anyone? Where the hell did I dox anyone? Seriously. And two, the information that I did get was public. So, yeah, that's kind of a. I don't even want to call it a reach or a stretch or whatever. That's literally just. You completely missed. So that was funny. Um, there's this other thing too. I'm working on a video. Well, I'm working on a couple of videos. Um, it's in regards to the cult that worships Eugenia. It's this pro Anna cult that worships her, and it's honestly one of the most disturbing things I've ever come across in regards to the whole Eugenia Cooney rabbit hole. It's it's called the Church of Eugenia Cooney, and it's so it's honestly like, and I thought I thought I thought Steve's content was bad. I thought that was fucking disturbing. But oh boy, this account is just so. This is next level disturbing. Oh fucking hell! Ugh, ugh. One of their videos just accidentally played. It's it is legit. They unironically call themselves a cult, and it's so fucked. Oh yeah, you've seen that Krusty Krab. It's so fucked. I put a link to it, and like it's best that you just look at it yourselves. It's so fucked up. Um, yeah, so that's going to be the subject of one of my next videos, and the other one is about Diet Cokehead. And I really do, I absolutely despise Diet Cokehead. Like, she genuinely pisses me off, and this is gonna sound like I'm thinking about how I can say this. Oh God, did it? But it's like it don't even matter anymore. He gave. Hmm. So, see, this guy, he literally has he has no morals. He absolutely has zero morals. He's shameless too. I'm strongly convinced that he has a record. I'm not even. I really am serious when I say that. It's like, and I don't even have to like explain why. That it just his content and his whole demeanor, it explains itself. There's a anyways, back to Diet Cokehead being a wanker. Yeah, I genuinely do despise this person, and honestly, they haven't posted in a while. God, my fucking glasses. How do yeah, I might as well position myself like this because the screen keeps shining onto them and it's distracting. Um, yeah, so they haven't posted in a while. And honestly, I would not be surprised with like the way that they were going, the way that they were promoting their horrendous lifestyle. It's not even a lifestyle, it's just like black pilled. It's really like it's so fucked up just watching them just mentally and physically deteriorate and just become more and more spiteful and just really hateful and toxic. I would not be surprised if that person, if it turned out that they had passed away. And I know that me saying this is gonna rub people the wrong way, but don't don't take that the wrong way, please. Actually, honestly, I mean, I said what I said. I've said what I said. I might as well just be honest. Uh, um, I honestly like they're gonna be the next subject of my other video. That's gonna be after the cult video. But yeah, I don't have any sympathy for Diet Cokehead, and I know that sounds bad, but they've been so toxic. They were they were lashing out at people who did absolutely nothing to them. Like they were just trying to start shit for the sake of attention. Like imagine being so self-hating and just hating your life so much and everyone around you that you just lash out at people for like even if they've done fuck all to you. That's not a life that. I don't know well she has mentioned like being around toxic people and finding some weird comfort around that, which that says a lot. Like the fact that you find comfort in being around toxic people and dangerous people, and like people who also who enable your habits of bulimia and eating disorders and all that shit. And you see, she is someone who, like, it's not even the fact that she refuses to actually get help. Um, she's someone who really has it out for the recovery community. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm good, Minor Games. I'm fine. Um, I'm just talking about what's been happening after I posted my videos in regards to Eugenia Stalker, but this is about Diet Cokehead now, who honestly, I'm honestly surprised that she hasn't turned out like Steven, but it's bordering on that kind of level. The way that she talks about her is honestly disturbing. Like the fact that she says that she sees herself in Eugenia and like defends parts of her that shouldn't be defended. And like it's as if like she sees her as some kind of inspiration, and that is it's like an excuse for her to continue on this type of horrible, downward spiral. And again, I would not be surprised if it turned out that she ended up dead. And again, even though I did mention that I have no sympathy for Diet Cokehead, I mean, I wouldn't wish what she went through, what she's been going through on anyone, because it's very clearly fucked her up. But I'm trying to word this in a way that's like, because I know that some people will try to say that I don't give a shit about her dying, but the reason why I say I don't have sympathy for her is because she was using her platform to attack others for basically, like, literally doing nothing wrong and pretty much like saving people's lives. How old is she? She seems like she could be in her early 20s, early to mid 20s. I don't know. And I want to also mention something too, that she made this video while the deplatforming drama was while it was at its height. It was around October, I think. I might as well. I'll share the link to her channel, Cat. It's like she serves as to me. She serves an example of oh shit. Oh, oh wow. She posted. Oh gosh, I didn't. Oh, I just noticed that she's just posted. Oh wow. So every oh, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, oh fuck. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yikes. Yeah, so everything I just said then in regards to the whole death thing, yeah, that didn't age well. Shit. Um Yikes. But still, yeah, aside from that, I stand by everything. I don't feel bad for her. I genuinely do not feel bad for this person because they're very clearly the they're their own worst enemy. Anyway, going back to the whole deplatforming drama of like 2021. Yeah, she was talking about how people were making that the creeps. Yeah, Jacqueline. Yeah, she made a video in regards to what was going on with the certain people who were talking about her, and it's interesting how she brought up Willie Mack and um, Who else was it? Who else did she mention? Pastor Bell, Repzilla, and all that. Yeah, Pastor Bell mostly. I find it interesting how she brought that up because I do have evidence of Willie Mack defending pedophilic tendencies, pedophilic behavior, predatory figures. And he also has like a racist track record as well. I have evidence of that, and it's honestly the fact that it's most of it's been swept under the rug is disgusting, and it just shows how bad the commentary community has been doing. Like the fact that they're willing to listen to a racist pedophile. And yes, I am saying that with my whole chest. So if he does happen, if any of these people, um, I'm going to share the evidence now. If any of his fans, or not fans, followers, if any of his followers or him ever come across this, I mean exactly what I say. Sorry, I thought something fell for a second. Um, yes, I am British. Yeah. Um, yeah, you should. People, the commentary community put like looking into Willie Mack's content in regards to the whole Eugenia Cooney situation. Like it just shows how low the commentary community has, how far it's fallen. Because again, there is clear evidence of him of a racial pattern and a predatory pedophilic pattern with this guy, and it's I brought this up on Reddit that him covering up, like very recently he's only started to cover up more. I also think that like he might suffer from I, I well I've already gone with the whole pedophile racial stuff, but yeah, I might as well say this. I do strongly believe that he has anorexia, that he or at least had anorexia. um and I say that because, well, a lot of people I've noticed that well, I do think it's kind of obvious that a lot of people within the commentary community have a lot of like undiagnosed mental illness. Excuse me. Yeah, there is a lot of undiagnosed mental illness within the commentary community. Gosh, I had dinner recently. Well, that's I shouldn't say that in regards to talking about eating disorders. That's a little bit insensitive of me. Sorry. Um, yeah. Anyways, I there is a lot of mental illness within the commentary community. There's in regards to the whole binge eating disorder conversation, I have seen there are people who have experienced symptoms of binge eating disorder. There are people who are look very frail, very skinny. Like, have do they like undereat as well? Well, like some of them have. Like, I have heard some commentators who've admitted to streaming for long hours a day, like similar hours to Eugenia Cooney, and not like eating or drinking or whatever. So they pretty sure they've literally admitted to it. And I think it was there was this stream by a guy named it was a stream by OGRFC, and he admitted to streaming for a ridiculous amount uh, per day. Um, and but I'm just I'm going to try and find it now. And people like were in the chat, like it was a whole discussion in regards to the whole "can we save Eugenia Cooney" type thing. But yeah, when he admitted to it, it was like, wow, this type of behavior is being normalized. they've straight up admitted to, you know, possibly having like mental, physical, you know, like disorders. I think it's this one. This was his conversation with the other people, and Augie admitted to streaming similar hours to Eugenia Cooney, and he does look frail in his videos. He does look pretty frail, but not like to the point where it's like full on anorexia. But he is quite skinny, and going back to Willie Mack show. I he also in his videos looks very skinny. Like I don't think it's again to the point of like showing bone or whatever. But the way that he talks about Eugenia, the way that he talks about anorexia, period, like, like people are gonna like. I know some people are gonna say that I'm making like potentially making false allegations, but I know people are in denial as well. Certain people, like, that's the thing with eating disorders, they make you go into denial. And while I haven't really, I'm lucky enough to not have an eating disorder, but from what I've researched, I know that's a thing. And I think with Willie Mack, he's really, I don't think he wanted to talk about it because he was scared. He was scared to admit it. And that's because while there is a lot of mental illness within the commentary community, there is a lot of stigma surrounding the commentary community. Okay, bye, minor. Um, there is a lot of stigma surrounding mental health in the commentary community, and I do think that if he were to ever admit to having anorexia or any kind of like bulimia or whatever, he admitted to. Oh, Cat, I'm talking about Willie Mack, not Steve. If you like look at Willie Mack, I think you should look into like Willie Mack and just take a look. Don't not at what he says. Well, like what he says is kind of it's pretty problematic, but it's how he looks, how he's recently been covering himself up, and I think after he talked about Eugenia, after he made his videos, he did started to like I get what you're saying, Ribbon. Yeah, oh wait, oh yeah, sorry, this is about is this still are you guys still talking about Steve? Because I'm on about Willie Mack. And I do absolutely agree, Ribbon. Mental illness isn't an excuse to be who like, you know, like yeah, he might Steve might like he had just because you might have suffered from an ED doesn't give you the right to be a stalker. But anyways, I do think that Willie Mack is pretty damn scared of admitting his own problems. But just because he might be experiencing that doesn't mean he shouldn't be making, because I still like there while there are things to make note of, there are also like extremely messed up things that he has said and done in those videos. For one, he tried to cover up for the mother. Like, I don't know how anyone else aside from Pastor Bell has brought this up. And I think, and I, in like, I like regardless of what people's thoughts are on Pastor Bell, she is right about Willie Mack's show in certain areas. She absolutely is. And I don't think that just because she might have done certain things, that she should be completely disregarded altogether. Because she is right about him in certain areas. I will link her videos responding to him, because I do think they are very important.
Lolita is a tale as old as time. A 40-year-old male.
I'll share the links with you guys now, because it's like her being disregarded this way. It's not good. I find that to be especially problematic. Like, yes, she has done a lot of bad stuff, but at the same time, she shouldn't be completely disregarded, because she has brought up good points. Actually, I'll point. I'll play one of them now. I mean, I know you have like I know that the links are in the chat now, but I think I'll play one of them now. Which one do I want to? And also, like, there is that Willie Mack also covered up for Gabby Hanna too. Like, it's like the way he talks about people like Gabby and Eugenia. It's as if he's been paid. I'm absolutely convinced that he's been paid by people like Gabby, like Eugenia, and Keemstar, who's also involved. Speaking of Keemstar, he's like, the way that he preys on smaller channels, smaller to average size channels, like, manipulates them into being on his side, and like promoting them on his channel, like having them like host. It's so creepy. It's super fucking weird. Especially since this guy has such a horrendous reputation. Um it's just so fucked up. I mean, people like Keemstar shouldn't have any kind of success whatsoever. I'm trying to find a point that I can play right now. One of Pastel Bell's points that I do think that needs to be taken into consideration.
I don't even necessarily have a problem with people who post shop.
Right. Sorry about that.
There have been a lot of problems in Eugenia's Discord or in her community in general, where there's a lot of predators there. There's a lot of predators that are looking for kids who are not mentally well, who are in some way, shape, or form vulnerable to predation. And Eugenia's had some interesting responses to this. So I am so sick of people acting like Eugenia is this helpless person who no one's allowed to criticize. And I'm not just going to sit idly by and allow people to paint this narrative like the victims who are coming forward are the ones at fault, and Eugenia has no responsibility, despite the fact that she is a 27-year-old woman who has a platform of over 2 million subscribers. You can say whatever you want about me, but I'm not going to allow people to marginalize the voices of these children who are brave enough to come forward. Actively
that part. That part right there. I mean, oh my god. This is another point that I want to point out with the commentary community. They are so obsessed with victim blaming. Listen, I strongly suggest you look up the pyrocynical situation. So, but if I'm going to generalize it, this big commentator called Pyrocynical, this British guy, he was accused of grooming this guy when he was a minor, and when this victim was called Ivory Erasmus, and the very moment, the exact moment that Ivory came forward, the commentary completely shat on him. They were absolutely destroying him on Twitter and YouTube. And yet these people want to act like they are better than anyone else whatsoever. Like, what the fuck? Like, the amount of people that you have hurt over the years. And don't even get me started on Colton Wood and what Repsion and his little squad did to him. That's another situation in itself. Actually, you know what? Let me share this. Let me share the links exposing these absolute hypocritical, scummy pieces of absolute horseshit. Because the fact that they had the nerve, them of all people, to come after Pastor Bell and other people. I mean, yeah, Pastor Bell has done a lot of scummy things. I mean, it's not just like the whole Eugenia Cooney scandal. Like, she's done a lot of other shit before, but these people have absolutely no room to talk when they've done so much. I'm gonna share I'm sharing the links to some stuff that I've collected on the whole pyrocynical and Repsion situations. There are a lot. There are a lot to go through. There's a lot of things that I've collected over time, and it's honestly infuriating the things that these people get away with. It's disgusting. These people will cover up for one another. They're willing to cover up some of the most disgusting shit. And act like they hardly do anything wrong. It's so fucking infuriating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I exploded for a moment, but the commentary community, they have a lot of blood on their hands. It's not just with the Eugenia Cooney situation. It's not just the Gabby Hanna situation. It's not just the pyrocynical situation. It's not even just the Repsion situation. There is so much shit that goes on. They're willing to backstab each other for the sake of clout. Like, clout to them is literally like these people are willing to sell their souls to the devil for the sake of even a smidge of clout. Or like, literally, it means nothing. At the end of the day, it means nothing. You will get you'll only it's only gonna hurt you in the long run. And the fact that you think it won't, it's you're delusional. You are there's literally something wrong with you in the head. You are clearly nothing's there. There's certainly not a functioning brain. These people are so terminally online that they're willing to defend the most disgusting shit for the sake of protecting one another, for the sake of backstabbing one another, for the sake of clout, whatever they have to do for the sake of growing their channels. I don't even want to call them channels. They're just bottom feeders. These people are absolute bottom feeders. They've caused so much harm, way more harm than good, on this platform. And literally, I need to. I'm sorry. I need a drink. I really need a drink. Ribbon, I'm so glad you're here. You're just spitting nothing but facts. They'll all just implode, and it will all go. All this drama for nothing. Pretty much, like, these people are willing. They are willing to make an ass of themselves for the stupidest things. It's honestly insane. There's another thing that I want to play out in Pastel Bell videos. For the four of you who are still, a lot of people have left now. I mean, like, no, I mean, I don't blame you. Like, no wonder. I mean, I was just going off. But there's another thing that I want to play.
Take a bunch of out of context clips and compile them together and spin this, fabricate.
Wait one sec.
Things that I genuinely do care about. So if you want to follow this content creator, that's fine. If you want to believe that any woman or LGBT person who comes forward and talks about serious issues is just a T channel looking for drama, that's fine. If you want to believe that Eugenia is this innocent angel who has never done anything wrong, or hop on the every content creator needs to be held responsible for their actions except for Eugenia train, that's also fine. If you want to marginalize what minors have gone through on her platform with her constant dismissal of grooming victims, that's fine. If you want to pretend that Thinspo and pro-Anna content don't exist, that's fine. I'll still believe what I have always believed and what I have believed since day one. And that is something that YouTube actually agrees with me with, based on their own community.
Alright, okay. Where's the other one? I want to play some stuff for the other one.
Responsibility. That's just how it works. That's why we have TOS.
When you actually look
In T.
Bro, he literally Morton, of course it does. She's a major character. Bell responds with, well, what about the BetterHelp scandal she was in? What about it? How does that relate to the conversation?
You're trying to frame her like she's a credible person when she is in fact not.
Brings up how I called D'Angelo Wallace a douchebag.
To cover. D'Angelo Wallace, biggest douchebag on the internet. Do you realize how stupid that sounds? As you are with what subjects you decide to cover. D'Angelo Wallace, biggest douchebag. It relates to the conversation because not only does it show how hypocritical you are with what channels you decide to label as T channels, but it also shows how biased you are with what subjects you decide to cover. D'Angelo Wallace, biggest douchebag on the internet. Do you realize how stupid that sounds?
Me as a woman
LGBT people. What I said is that you're dismissive of content creators who are women or LGBT, and you call our commentary T rather than commentary. I didn't say that you hate us, and I also don't really understand why you're trying to bring up the same point again, like a minute later in the video.
Gabby Hanna is not a serious issue.
Yes, Gabby Hanna is a serious issue because not only is she a rape apologist, but she also bullied a rape survivor publicly, like harassed her for months. She also promoted false rape allegations, something I would think that you would care a lot about. I happen to think it's actually a very serious issue. So yeah, if you don't think Gabby Hanna is a serious issue and you think that all of those issues are just like these trivial little like T-channel subjects, then I think that says more about your...
Well, yeah, because he's a paedophile. But of course he won't admit it. And he's also a victim blamer too. He's also... He's openly said that he's actually defended Mr. Girl. And yes, I am saying defended. I know he's like, claimed to be grossed out. But it's clear you've clearly you say the most damning shit. You have no one to blame but yourself. And yes, I am calling you a racist paedophile publicly. Are you gonna say that that's slanderous? Yeah, I know you're gonna say that I'm slandering you, but do I care? No, because the evidence speaks for itself. And unless you're willing to actually admit what you said is fucked up and you shouldn't have said it, then I'm going to continue to call you those things. And you've also... Wait, let's also... you're a mouthpiece as well. You are such a mouthpiece for people that you've you've publicly criticized Keemstar before. You've publicly criticized Tommy C before. Yet you're willing to publicly suck them off. All for what? Literally all for what? And you don't seem to give a shit about people who, are victims of certain people who your boss like tells you to talk about. And yes, I am saying that you're not an independent person, because it's clear that you're not. You're a puppet. It's very clear. You're very clearly a puppet, and it's interesting and fucked up at the same time that people like Tommy C and Keemstar have, platformed you and have like talked about you. Because look at what happened with the whole pyro shit. They dragged his ass for filth because of what he was doing with minors and what he admitted to. Yet you've said some of the most fucked up shit about minors and towards black people. Yet they see nothing wrong with associating with you. If anything, I think you should be investigated. I think the commentary community needs to investigate you like they did with Pyrocynical. Because you are very clearly someone who shouldn't be around kids, in my opinion. You shouldn't be around kids. I know someone's gonna send him this. He's gonna be screaming and molding and crying about me, calling him a pedophile and racist. Like, especially the whole pedophile victim blaming shit, because it's very clear that he's guilty of that. And also the whole anorexia thing. Yes, I do think you've suffered anorexia, or at least do suffer from it, but don't want to talk about it. That's my opinion. And you are very skinny. I don't want to be one of those arseholes. I don't want to be one of those arseholes that says, oh, eat a burger, eat something. No. But the projection in your Eugenia videos is fucking... It's so obvious. You're in denial about a lot of shit, and that is so dangerous. That is beyond irresponsible. Because think about all the men and boys who suffer or have suffered with anorexia. You could have come forward. You had such a huge opportunity to talk about it with your Eugenia videos. But what do? You say fuck all. You say absolutely fuck all about it. And I know that I'm going to be accused of trying to force people to come out about certain things. But and I know that I understand that, but at the same time, if you're gonna be honest, be fucking honest. And this guy clearly isn't honest, and that's why I've compiled all this evidence on him and all the other people who decide to do the same kind of BS as Willie Mack. Because I fucking had it with them. I've honestly fucking had it with the commentary community. It's been dying for years. At this point, they have no leg to stand on. What the hell do you think you're getting out of all this, Willie Mack? With your Gabby videos, your Eugenie videos, which you've clearly not done any research on. And even if you did your own research, even your own research is skewered in bullshit. Because again, you've been fed certain pieces of information, certain instructions by Keemstar, by people like Thomas. I don't fucking either one of the two. Actually, I'm mostly willing to bet on Keemstar because he did put you on his dying channel, and yes, it is very clear. It's very obviously dying. I don't know why you would even want to host a dying channel. because like every time a new guest has, well, not new guest, every time someone else decides to host Drama Alert, it's usually mixed to poor results. So you played yourself there, dude. And I was gonna say that I didn't want to get any more personal with you, but yeah, you know what? Since we've gone, we've really gone there right now. We really have gone. I'm trying to. Oh God, I'm fuming, me. I'm fucking fuming. I had to take like, ribbon. I'm pissed off. Willie Mack is a dishonest hack. He is a racist pedophile. He is a victim blamer as well. He is a clout chaser. And the fact that he chooses to associate with people like Keemstar, Tommy C, and all those other degenerates says a lot. And he also defended Mr. Girl too, the guy who is a notorious predator. And even though he claims to, like, you know, be disgusted by some of the shit he says, it's very clear that he's an apologist. He's an apologist for him. And in the chat, I've there are already like several links in the chat for you to look into. And that's the evidence that shows how much of a degenerate Willie Mack is. People like him. I'm not. And those are the type of people that Diet Cokehead wants to like associate with or support. But that's no surprise. She has admitted to, you know, I mentioned this earlier. She's admitted to associating with terrible people, so that's her loss. And I know that me, like, talking about how I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up dead, like, aged horribly, even though I said it several minutes ago. Yeah, it was like that for quite a while. I was thinking that, like, maybe she's dead. I know that's kind of like a fucked up thing to say, but honestly, like, the fact that people like Eugenia, the fact that people like Diet Cokehead, who have these kinds of parasocial relationships to people like Eugenia, it's just the fact that they're still alive. It's insane. But yet again, I have seen people who are like, yeah, give them like maybe a year or two or whatever. It's a 4-eye. Yeah. So yeah, those, like, Diet Cokehead. Yeah, I'm gonna move on from those topics. Diet Cokehead is a degenerate. Willie Mack's an even bigger degenerate, and but at least Diet Cokehead can be honest about her eating disorder. Willie Mack just doesn't give a fuck about other people other than himself. He's a massive narcissist who instead of you choosing to use his platform for something like good, like, you know, opening up about something so serious. Yeah, it's sad that, like, the commentary community has gone down so bad. And I also want to, there's also another person that want to, like, well, not another person, but there's also people like Nicholas Diorio who clearly has like a binge eating type of disorder. If you were to look at like old pictures of him, it's actually really sad, because he actually used to be a little thinner, like a little, like, not slimmer than what he is now. I mean, obviously now he's extremely overweight. Like, I'm surprised that, like, there isn't a reaction, like the reaction channels, you know, the people who react to people like Amber and Breed, Foodie Beauty, people like that. I'm surprised that they haven't started making reaction channels to him, because it's really sad. It's really sad what has become of him, because he could have very easily like continued to, you know, be more, you know, healthier, but he decided to essentially pretty much become a binge eater. And again, like, people are gonna accuse me of armchair diagnosing so much. But honestly, if no one else, if none of their doctors are gonna say anything, if none of these people are gonna be honest about the very obvious issues that are wrong with them, then someone else is going to point them out. And it's only going to get worse. At least Diet Coke is actually pretty honest about her struggles. There's also people like Tipster as well, who, I mean, the thing is with people like Tipster, he has always been like a pretty overweight guy, a pretty bigger guy. Well, at least publicly. Well, we haven't really seen any like old pictures of him or any old videos or whatever. But he's very, well, he has gained weight over time, like Nicholas Diorio. But do I think that he might have binge eating disorder? I don't know. I'm gonna I'm gonna take a look at his all the content, because it says that always losing stuff. Karma's a bitch. Karma is a bitch. No, he did. Yeah, I have heard of Herbs and Altars. They're great. Tipster's removed so much of his old Oh my god. He's done a complete overhaul of his channel. I'm pretty sure that's why he's losing subscribers. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, he's killing his channel. He literally just killed his channel. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Wow. Oh, Tipsy, you are pathetic. Oh, you are a pathetic slime ball. You are. Oh dear. What have you done? What the hell have you done? What is you doing? Oh yikes. Oh yikes. Um So he pretty much exposed himself as nothing more than a fraud. He's like him deleting all of his content aside from the stuff that he's doing now. It just shows that everything he's done up to that point was a lie. It was part of a fucking lie. Or multiple lies, I should say. This is like some Dylan Thomas level fuckery. And Dylan Thomas used to be this big, pretty decently sized Chris Chan YouTuber. And he's been completely destroying his channel. He's not on the internet anymore, but holy shit, he's straight up pulled a Dylan Thomas. Hi Xander. Um Oh, I did not expect this. Holy shit, this is insane. Wow. Why would you do that? Why the hell would you do that to yourself? Unless you're someone who's able to reinvent themselves successfully and knows how to, just don't fucking do it. Unless you know how to do it successfully. It's fucking I'm shocked. I'm so shocked. Oh, double stop. She was unfortunately. Yeah, I know about that. Wait, wasn't she like there was a point where she did go to school at some point but was taken out? I think it was to do with like some of the teachers and the counselors noticing things. I think I could be wrong. I don't know. Oh, going like I know I moved on from Willie Mac, but I also forgot to mention he backstabbed Jesse Smiles. Willie Mac Show is a fucking snake on top of being a racist, a pedophile, a victim blamer, a predator apologist, a predatory rhetoric apologist, whatever, and a backstabber. The way he did Jesse Smiles so fucking dirty is like as of I don't even because I remember him wanting to talk to Jesse in private. I remember that. And I know he's gonna like try to deny it all he wants because he's a fucking fraud. He's a fucking scumbag. But I remember him saying on Twitter that he wanted to talk to Jesse Smiles about the whole Gabby, situation, what she was doing with Curtis Lepore, and how Gabby, sorry, how Gabby was interacting with Curtis Lepore. What happened between her and Gabby? Like, I saw that. Don't think that I forgot about that. I'm not fucking insane. And the way that this motherfucker did to her, the way this guy, what he did her so wrong. He did her so wrong. It's disgusting. And I honestly, on top of the whole 5 things that I mentioned, I'm also now convinced that he's a rape apologist. Yeah, I've said it. Yeah. I said all those other things too, and you know what? I said what I said, and I'm not taking any of that shit back. People like you should not have a fucking platform. If you're gonna be this irresponsible, reckless, and so fucking shitty, if you're gonna use your platform for shitty reasons, you deserve to be kicked off the platform. Point blank. Period. Like the commentary community is so morally bankrupt. There are so many predators within the commentary community, yet they don't care. They're willing to sweep that shit under the rug. For the sake of what? Or for what? There's literally no valid reason to do so. So it's honestly no surprise at all that they're part of this. There's absolutely no surprise that they were involved in this alleged cover-up of this predator, of this person who groomed the minor in Eugenia's community. I wouldn't be surprised. The undiagnosed illness that runs deep within the commentary community and Eugenia Cooney, the people who worship who worship people like Eugenia, the people who still want to defend and be apologists for people like Gabby Hanna. They're morally bankrupt. They're beyond. These are people who are beyond saving. I'm really pissed now. I'm really fucking pissed. I'm I wanted to talk about something. I just realized Reddit. Reddit is fucking shady. Oh, I'm yes, Reddit. YouTube drama has been censoring me so much. Like, I don't know what the hell I did to piss them off so much. But when I was trying to bring awareness to what was going on in regards to the whole Steven situation, they literally they disregarded everything that I was trying to say. They were trying to gaslight me. They were victim blaming. These are the types of people who excuse stalking, who excuse some of the worst behavior ever. Like, again, it's exactly like the commentary community. It's so fucked. It's so disgusting. And I'll put the link to my now banned post. It's fucking sick. Like, these people are willing to defend stalking. It's so. I was honestly horrified at at the people who were responding. It's. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually fucking kidding me? They're literally like, oh, just because he hasn't committed a crime doesn't mean we should take him seriously. Oh, he hasn't committed a crime yet. He shouldn't be taken seriously. My brain. My brain. My brain. Oh, this. Oh my god. Oh, the brain rot. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. It's. I was horrified. They wonder why people get murdered by stalkers, because they're enabling this shit. And I want to bring the commentary community up again. I want to bring you I know, because I want, if they do happen to watch this right now, if you care so much about Eugenia, why haven't you said anything about her stalker? Why haven't you said anything about the cult that is out there worshipping her? Why the hell are none of you saying anything? Why are none of you saying anything about this? I want you to answer. I want you to provide. I want every single one of you who made a video about Pastor Bell, the deplatforming Eugenia Cooney drama, like all of these people. I want you to make I want you to respond. I want an answer from every single one of you who made a video in regard to that whole drama. If you can't provide a simple answer to those questions, then you're completely you're absolutely complicit. You are all, every single one of you, everyone in that little community, your little community. If you can't provide a simple answer, you're complicit. If this man finds out where she lives, and if he hunts her down and kills her, if he ends up killing her, it's partly your fault. You're partly to blame. Every single one of you. You fucking idiots don't understand. You don't even care. None of you give a fuck. Everything that you did during that drama is the epitome of performative. None of you gave a fuck. Ever. You never, ever, ever gave a fuck about this woman. Or anyone. Anyone who happens to, be concerned for her. Or who's still a fan of her. None of you fucking care. If anything, you could give two shits if she dies. You could give a fuck if she even, if it's not her. I've said this on my Instagram post. If it's not her eating disorder, it's him who will be the cause of her death, and you'll be partially to blame for that shit. Every one of you, every single one of you. You should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. You people don't even. You didn't give a fuck about mental health until Etika died. You didn't give a fuck about Apollo Legend. About you didn't give a fuck about what he was going through because of all the drama, but of course you cared until you cared when it was too late. None of you gave a fuck until it was too late. You are nothing but opportunistic scumbags. None of you care. You never cared. You people are the definition of performative. You are fucking fake. Every single one of you. Every single one of you should be ashamed of yourselves for what you've allowed to happen. For what you've defended. You've defended some of the worst shit imaginable to ever happen on this platform and other platforms. All for the simple, all for literally, again, no valid reason. You are willing to do literally anything for exposure. Like you are like, and this isn't like, to shame sex work and all that, but like, you people are prostitutes. You are stereotypical prostitutes. Like, not even the ones who are willing to take care of themselves properly. No, you're fucking disgusting. And again, like, I know, like, again, shout out to all the sex workers who are willing to, like, respect themselves and respect their clients and everyone else, but this is... Oh, Evangelina Skov too. Evangelina Skov. The fact that you refuse to say even the slightest thing about Jacqueline Glenn in your Eugenia videos, in your little Eugenia Cooney interview, you're part of this cover-up. Then Edwin too. He's done so much shit. I'm gonna share some more stuff. I'm going to share another link to a file. I already have multiple links. There's Edwin too. He's just gone off the deep end, Edwin. I remember when I actually used to feel sorry for him. Like, and I feel gross saying that I felt sorry for Edwin's generation. Like, ew. I know, right? Fucking disgusting. Like, not only does he have his own problems with addiction and mental illness and all that shit, and he's willing to, glorify and enable that shit. It's sickening. It's gotten to a point where it's like Anna Campbell, like, yes, I am comparing, I am comparing Edward's generation to Anna Campbell, because I remember him, that he has a video on his channel up with Augie. They've met in person, and like Anna Campbell, Edwin has been associated with people who are much younger than him, and is, you know what I'm gonna say? There was a video of him sexually assaulting someone. I can't find the footage of it now, but she wasn't, sober. It was clear. It was very clear that alcohol was involved. And there's also his adultery as well, that like people like Cringy have been trying to like cover up. All the people within the commentary community have been trying to cover up. I also want to talk about Cringy too, because she also tried to cover up a lot of shit in regards to Eugenia, despite making videos. And that also goes for Drama Queen and Vangeline Scott. All these people, excuse me, they've made videos about Eugenia, previous videos, but now they want to change their stances, and act like none of those other videos that they made didn't happen. Am I the only one who finds that fucking scummy? Am I the only one who thinks that's scummy? Drama Queen, there's Cringy, Evangeline Scott. Yeah, they removed there was content that they made in like 2018, 19, and 20, but no, that now you can't find that anymore. Instead, you have videos that are, defending her. Well, I don't even know why I use air quotes. They were defending her, which, yeah, the fact that they are willing to treat their fans. The fact that they're willing to treat their followers like they're idiots. Like, no, dude. You made those videos. You've posted those videos. Don't act like you haven't made them. People have seen those. The fact that they're willing to be part of this cover-up too is disgusting. Especially since a lot of them have, like, almost Evangelina and I think Drama Queen suffered with an ED. I think she has. I think so. I don't know. I can't remember if she said anything about that. But yeah, it's scummy. And Cringy, who claims to be, this psychology expert, or likes to look into psychology, but is willing to say the most dumb shit ever about psychology. It's infuriating. And also, fun fact, Hopeless Peach in 2020, she made a video about Hopeless Peaches. And in that video, she publicly shamed her for talking about her medication. I am not joking when I say that. I am not kidding. That video's still up. And she's edited the part where she was talking about creepshow art. People like creepshow art. That's even more hilarious. And of course, once it started backfiring, the whole Peaches drama, once that started backfiring, she tried to apologize, but she couldn't even apologize properly. No, she had to victimize herself and talk about how she's been, you know, suffering mentally, been having public meltdowns on Twitter. Bitch, you criticize people like Calvin Garrett for doing the same thing. But because it's you, you want to cry. You want to play victim about it. Fuck you. Fuck you, cringy. You absolutely condescend. You're a condescending prick. And you, like, well, that's not even the worst of it. What, like, the scummiest, this most disgusting thing that cringy's ever done is this. And I'm gonna share this with you guys. And it's on Twitter, it's still there. The thread's still there. She's gone on record. Publicly defending Discord groomers and has publicly victim blamed minors. This is the logic of cringy people. And yes, her name is actually cringy, but it's also Charlie. Charlie's her real name, cringy is her YouTube name. I've put the link to the Twitter thread in the chat so you can have a look for it for yourselves. It's honestly, this is someone who claims to be a victim of domestic violence, who was like raised in an abusive household, and she expects us to feel sorry for her. But she's willing to say shit like this. She's willing to say gross things about hopeless peaches. She's willing to excuse other people saying disgusting things. And going back to her apology to Hopeless Peaches, she didn't even bother to apologize for associating with Prismate Luke, who straight up said that she was suicide baiting. Like that, how insensitive is that? How disgusting is that? Like, yeah, the posts by Peaches weren't that great. They were alarming, and yeah, they did come across as like, sorry, it's just I have to put on the sanitizer. We're doing a lot of things. Keep sanitizing your hands. Keep wash your hands. These COVID restrictions might be easing off now, but it doesn't mean that COVID's completely gone. But anyways, the fact that Cringy has yet to apologize for associating with Prisonmate Luke, even though he's said like that Peaches suicide baited. The fact that she didn't include that in her apology just shows how full of shit she is. She didn't give a fuck. If the drama didn't backfire on people like her so much to the point where she was like forced to make an apology, she wouldn't have apologized. I highly doubt she would have apologized. And cringy. Drama like Evangeline Scarvan Drama Queen 2. Honestly, the fact that you're willing to, advertise yourselves as like these people who claim to, want to talk about like things like mental health, yet you're doing scummy things. Like, do you really think you have the right to talk about the stuff that you continue to talk about now? Do you really think you have the right to do that? Because honestly, I unless you're willing to actually acknowledge that the type of BS that you're doing is wrong and that you're willing to change, I don't think you have the right to do that anymore. That goes for everyone in the commentary community. Every single person. If you're willing to do scummy things while criticizing people for doing scummy things, then you'll know better. I also want to bring up lyrics too. Like, I know that he's not doing commentary anymore because he got bullied. And no, I don't feel bad for him. I think it's hilarious. He was talking about I Never. Well, a few people were. Sorry, someone's just coming up. Someone. Mhm. Um, he was talking about I Never's coverage on Eugenia, but for some reason, oh God, I keep thinking about other names too. He brought up how we covered James Charles and Gabby Hanna too, which I think that's honestly hilarious coming from Lyrics, considering that he was one of the people who victim blamed Ivory Rasmus during the whole pyrocynical drama. And this guy, like Omegon, this guy named Omegon did the same thing. Well, he didn't exactly. Like, he went after a group of people, but there was this other video, like Omegon. So I want to. I don't care about Omegon. Not Omegon. I already talked about Lyrics. Lyrics is a flop. So Omegon made a video. Now, originally, it came across as a lot more reserved and more professional. Well, I say slightly, but then of course he has to replace it with something else, like all these other scumbags tend to do. And again, he has no room to criticize anyone when you publicly victim blamed Ivory in one of the he was one of the worst offenders of this. Like, the backlash towards him was so bad that he has yet to say anything about his video defending Pyrocynical, which is now deleted. Even Keemstar got involved, saying, "Hey, why haven't you apologized? Why haven't you apologized to Ivory?" And that goes for like people like Lyrics too. People like, every single person, like people. Oh, wait, there's also this other guy. Other people, all the smaller commentators, bigger commentators too, who've yet to actually apologize to Ivory. There's this guy called Narcolept who's friends with someone named Cyclone. And I know he hasn't really done the stuff that he did now, but it's still like him, Narcolept being friends with someone like Cyclone is so hypocritical. Especially since he came after I Never. He talked about I Never as well. Like, dude, you were friends with someone who admitted to doxing, who admitted to associating with shitty people, and backstabbed his friend. All for what? For fuck all. For sweet fuck all. I've talked a lot, haven't I? I'm just really pissed off at a lot of people. YouTube's nothing like how I used to remember it. Like, I remember it like during the first years of it, and watching it come to this, watching it devolve so much. It's just sad. It's so sad. Oh my god. Wait, sorry, I was just looking at something else. Yeah, YouTube's completely dead. And I would argue that the commentary community and a few other communities are the reasons why it's dead. Because they've brought like so much toxicity to this platform that it's honestly upsetting. Anyways, I highly recommend. Like someone mentioned of Herbs and Altars. That's someone I recommend in regards to the whole Eugenia conversation. There's also Educating Shani. There's also 50 Shades of Chest Pains. Speaking of which, there's been so much drama surrounding him. And honestly, I personally think it's out of jealousy. These people are mad. They want to accuse him of exploiting I can't even talk. I'm so I might as well get my inhaler. Yeah, I do have asthma, by the way. Yeah, I do think that mostly comes down to jealousy because the amount of research that this guy has done, like, it's it's insane. It is like absolutely remarkable. If anything, I personally think he should. If he was a journalist, if he was like a professional journalist, he would have gotten awards for his work. And I do mean that. I actually came across his channel several years ago when he was talking about John Cookian. So I'm like an OG viewer of his. So I've known him for like a while. I've known him for about like when he was doing that kind of stuff. But anyway, the content that he's doing now is great. I strongly recommend that you check him out, as well as Educating Shani and of Herbs and Altars. All those people are fantastic, and I really do like these people. And yeah, these people fuck the haters, fuck all the haters. Hello, Habana, Habana, Habana. I can't even say your name. I'm becoming delirious. So like, I'm just gonna call you HC. HC, you've missed a lot. Oh, Hannah as well. Hannah Lene. Something I find concerning is that someone tried to tell EC on her stream that Steve compared his. Yeah. Someone needs to investigate him. Someone needs to investigate Steve. I think I might want to do more digging into this guy. I might try. I There's a lot that I think needs to be looked into because this is getting beyond creepy. This is like borderline. He's admitted to a lot of fucked up things, and I do think that if we don't that not enough. If I don't think I do think that if nothing's done sooner, he could potentially find her address and do harm to her. And regardless of what I or others think of Eugenia, I don't wish for her to be murdered by a stalker. I don't wish for her to because I don't wish for something that horrible like that to happen. I don't wish for that to happen because we've heard so many horror stories that are based on stalkers and like celebrities being, you know, either hurt or murdered by their stalkers, harassed, or death threats, all that shit. It's terrifying. So yeah, I do believe that he needs to be looked into more. And I think it's going to take more than just reporting his accounts. Like if anyone who lives in the if anyone who lives in the Pittsburgh area is able to reach out to the police, that'd be great. Because I am that worried for Eugenia's safety. I am worried that this guy might do much more than make videos and make donations and do all that shit, because it's fucked up. I've, yeah, Hannah, I looked into. Well, I haven't read them, but I did find his Goodreads. I did find his Goodreads account, and oh boy! And there's also the quote that he wrote too. I mean, I know now that it's in regards to incestuous marriage, which holy fucking shit. Um, but also it can be applied to pedophilia as well. And in my there's a lot of topics that I've talked about HC. We talked about the Stalker, Pastor Bell, Diet Cokehead, the commentary community, and now back to this. Steve isn't in the UK, he's in Pennsylvania. He lives in Pennsylvania. He lives in Pittsburgh, to be specific. Oh, how did I come across his name? It's public. It's public information. You can very easily just search it up on Google. And that makes the allegation, the doxing allegation, all the more hilarious, because these people, these sheep, the little cult that he has now of like several hundred people. God, it's just the fact that he has followers is so sick, especially like considering what he does and who he is as a person. It's so fucked. I don't know if I might want to end the stream. I don't know if I might want something. I don't know if I might want to either make a coffee or make something, make some like get some snacks or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I've been like really really angry a lot of the stream. Like I had to vent. I really had to vent. Look, let me see. Yeah. Watch. I think HC. I think I suggest you watch my videos. I don't like individual. I don't. Mm. Yeah, I think it's best that you. I'll send you the link to my the playlist that I have. I'll put it in the chat. So you don't have to like go through links, through so many links. Um, yeah, this is just I'll put this stream in the playlist as well. All like, I'm making like all the future content too in regards to the whole Eugenia thing will be in the playlist. So yeah, HC you don't have to worry about like finding individual things. It'll just be compiled into that playlist. Yeah. Charlene, he's fucked in the head. He's clearly very fucked up in the head. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Like, I came across this comment in regards to him allegedly having soccer accounts, and there have been some people who did seem very suspicious, and yeah, I would not be surprised if he was stalking my channel. So if he is, hi. Yeah, take a screenshot of this, dickhead. Take several screenshots of this, you fucking psychotic freak. Ew. No, not my tongue. Ew. Oh, yeah, I need to do like a fucking. I haven't used my tongue scraper in a while. It's not like I don't brush my teeth. Don't get the wrong idea. And I have scraped my tongue too. It's just that I really need to be more aggressive. Anyways, that's not important. What is important is that we get this guy off the internet. Oh, thank you, HC. I mean, I'm a little bit of a clown. I'm a little bit of a goofball. I'm a little bit of a loser. Well, not a little bit. I'm a fucking loser. But honestly, I mean, at least I actually have friends and family who care about me, and you guys too. You guys, I love you guys so much. You're all beautiful people. You're all amazing people, and you're very clearly not sheep. You can think for yourselves, and that's what I appreciate about you guys. I don't know if I might want to end this stream. I don't know. Oh, I'm a proud cat stan too. I'm a proud cat stan. I like to think I have 3 cats, but I know I have 2, but there's one that recently started coming to my house, and I really want to adopt him someday because he's so cute. I have 2 female cats. There's this male cat who's been coming to our house since 2020, and he's such a sweetheart. He's lovely, but yeah, there have been a few instances here and there, but aside from all that, he's lovely. I think I might want to end. I don't know if I think I might want to end the stream now. What time is it now? Gosh, it's late evening. It's like 11 something. I'm gonna end the stream now. So thank you all so much for coming here. Thank you all so much for being here. It has been a long one. This has run so smoothly. I think from now on I'm gonna use StreamYard or Streamlabs. I'm gonna use them from now on because yesterday was fucking horrendous. Yesterday was just absolutely cursed. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day, and yeah, take care. Bye bye.